Hi Capricorn, I hope this finds you well. This is going to be a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first 2 weeks in September. I want to get right into this because I do want to work in what's happening in the skies. We're going to pull a couple of crowning messages for you guys. One from the mystical shaman, and then we'll do one from the wisdom of the oracle, Smokey mirror. Okay, let's pull the cards and then let's talk about everything. I think that's the best way to do this. I hope you guys are doing okay and hanging in there. We have a lot of stuff going on in the sky, guys, this month. We have 5 trines just the first week. 5 trines. All great for bringing things to fruition or at least moving things forward. Also in that first week, we have this Virgo focus, right? We're still dealing with Virgo and the Sun in Virgo. So it's focus on details and working towards something, but criticism can definitely be an issue at this time. So you want to be careful, especially with the Sun and Mars conjunct in Virgo and Venus in Virgo, square Jupiter and Sag on the 2nd. So that's going to be feeling a little like, just be careful of the criticism, either way. Either you giving it out or you receiving it, and just understand that it's just what's happening, right, with that Virgo energy. Okay, let's pull wisdom of the oracle, and we'll just work it in and talk as we go. Because I know some people like the astrology, some don't. Okay, not for you. Okay. Guys, you know what? I'm going to pull another 2 cards for you guys, too. To clarify that, just because I feel like it's always a tough one to get, but not for you. Let's pull a Celtic cross spread. You guys, let me shuffle these while we talk about that this 4th and the 7th of September, right? We have Mercury and Venus in Virgo opposing Neptune and Pisces. So that's like, oh, Neptune, we love you, we hate you, we love you, we hate you, right? Because it's all about disillusionment and feeling defeated, particularly on those 2 days, the 4th and the 7th. But the thing is, guys, with this energy, not everything is what it seems, right? Because that's what happens with the Neptune and Pisces. It's, people talk about how Neptune is all about connecting to the other side and, our highest level of intuition. All of that is really true, but it also means connecting into the greater consciousness and the disillusionment that's found in the greater consciousness. So not everything that's happening is going to feel real, okay? You're going to feel this strange emotion, like things are just kind of a mess, like something's happening. It's very common in this energy to feel this strange kind of out of nowhere anxiety, even if everything is going along pretty well. So you just want to keep that in mind on the 4th and the 7th. And then the second week, we have 3 more trines, which is good. The second week does bring a couple of squares, and oppositions that'll make you feel overworked in some way, or like you're getting this resistance, right? I mean, I've been saying it's like, really that has everything to do with, Saturn is prepping to go direct on the 18th, right? And he's been retrograde for a few months now, and he's still like, you want to think of Saturn right now as like this old man Santa Claus, kind of like sorting out his naughty and nice list of karma, which is basically really, we're entering the precipice period where karmic cleansing and clearing out for the new is happening. So with that full moon at 21 degrees on Pisces, this guy wanted to come out. Let's see what we do for him. On the 13th and 14th with the Sun in Virgo, trine Pluto and Capricorn. And then we have Mars in Virgo opposing Neptune and Pisces. This is about the desire to transform and move forward, right? Because Pluto is all about transformation. But Saturn is making us wait. So we have like, the Pluto is transformation. The Mars in Virgo is like, let's go, guys. I want to work. I want to get this done. But then Neptune and Pisces is like, chill out. Let's see underneath and behind and around everything. So it's this really wanting to move forward, but feeling this resistance. And it's different than like Mercury in retrograde resistance. It's much different than that. All right. So that's kind of like what's happening at this point. So let's put this for your situation now. This is what's crossing you. This is what's crowning you. Pentacles, 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 Capricorn, of course. Capricorn. Pentacles, Pentacles. Okay, that's the foundation. Recent past. Six of Wands reversed. Okay, feeling a bit disrespected. Okay, Page of Swords is your future, your near future. Seven of Swords represents you. Eight of Pentacles is what's external to you. The Nine of Wands is your fear. And the Three of Swords reverse is your outcome, which I like it in the reverse. It's much more positive in the reverse. And I'm just going to pull a couple of Cat Tarot clarifiers. Okay. Is it did shuffle a great deal? Let's just move these in. And I'm actually going to, you know what? I'm going to keep these qualifiers specifically for your outcome. I'm just feeling called to do that. Don't worry if you can't see them because I will pull them on camera. All right. Let me just maybe move that there. Okay. All right, so let's get right into, let's talk about the Smokey mirror. This is very telling for me as far as where we're at right now in the sky, because when this shows up, you're being invited to see beyond your own self. And this is very like a Neptunian energy. You want to acknowledge that past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there's a vast interconnected world where events are being orchestrated in divine order, but challenging to fully grasp right now. So now really is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your life seem like, right, in the hidden realms, all the aspects of your journey are being celebrated right now, and they are getting ready to come to fruition. It's, you know, the beauty and the darkness and the misery and the courage, no matter what it is, you're meant to be on this journey. And the thing here is you're meant to learn, but only through experience. So a lot of you guys are like, oh yeah, thanks a lot. But take heart, right? Because this energy ultimately shows you the beauty and wonder once the fog lifts, and the distortion that you're in right now is going to be cleared. It really is. You have to understand the shadow of the human journey requires that you go deep into your story right now, Capricorn, to discover the wound that prevents you from seeing the truth of your current situation. As your fears and your expectations of disappointment and unworthiness may be clouding your capacity to see the potential in yourself right now, and even others right now. So, you know, you might be in a space of being shown things you don't really want as a result of your conditioning. So these can become even more real, but only because you're making it so. So the choice is yours. The world's going to hold you accountable for what you see and create. So you really want to be sure to really see through the eyes of truth and faith instead of anything else, right? Now we have the not for you. Okay. So this indicates that you're not going to be able to attain what you want right now, and that your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. Okay? So it's time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. But there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. So this is really about, you know, rejection is certainly God's protection in this energy. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way, and you just really so need to believe that and not allow that to be blocked from you. Now, for those of you who are going through a painful situation in a relationship, any kind of relationship, you have to understand that a lot of relationships do carry an innate seed of failure in them. That's obvious from the beginning, but the red flags for some reason escape us, right? Because we want things, right? So they escape, you know, and things that you saw that you know were there, you refused to acknowledge at one time, and you're being made to really look at. Because when a relationship isn't meant to be, it's not possible to make it, right? I mean, we say that with this energy, and it's not the easiest, you know, I know that. But, you know, don't chase after what's fleeing from you here, you know, in any way, shape, or form. Don't obsess over what eludes you. There's no prize for torturing yourself, Capricorn. Nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving, right, towards you since this thing began. This really does indicate now is the time to walk away, because there are other goals, other loves, other successes waiting for you. And the way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Really kind of is, and there's no hard and fast formula for that. But I do want to just turn these over. We don't read these in the reverse. Time to go and then go to the distance. All right. Now for you, okay? So it's time to go. It's time to leave a situation, and it's time to focus on another area of your life where you're going to go the distance and you're going to completely commit. And that could even just be your own happiness. Go the distance in your own happiness. Figure out what you need ultimately for your higher good right now. And whatever that means to you, if it means focusing on your career, if it means focusing on developing new friendships, if it means really cleansing yourself, allowing yourself to heal so that you're ready to get into a new relationship. But I am getting, a lot of you guys have been going through a very difficult time. We did have this eclipse season. You guys are at the heart and center of it. You have a lot going on. There's a lot going on with, how, your Saturn ruler and everything that's been going on with Saturn, being retrograde, now coming to this culmination of going into the the direct position. There's a lot going on here, right? So we have the Four of Pentacles reverse indicating your situation right now. So I'm getting that a lot of you are in a state of conflict with somebody regarding money. So this could be the dissolution of a relationship where you guys are splicing out the resources, and there's issues with somebody being stingy and difficult and not wanting to connect in a healthy way for resolution, because Pentacles is also, it's about money, but it's all resources, and it's about connecting. And it's also about connecting to ourselves, Capricorn. So this can indicate you really being in a space of beating yourself up right now. And if that resonates with you, please stop that, okay? Because right now, if you do that, that's going to put up blocks, emotional blocks in you. And you really, as your rules coming out of retrograde and going direct, and all of these karmic situations are going to just start writing themselves and pulling us onto these different paths. You want to be open to that, okay? So if this is somebody being very stingy and difficult and deflective and challenging toward you, deal with it in the moment. And just understand that this is just part of the energy that's going on, and the best that you possibly can, rise above it, and don't let them get the better of you, because we do have the Seven of Pentacles crossing you, and this is just about you being focused on working really hard to move forward. I feel a great willingness for you to just rise above and move forward. You're all about building right now. This is building your pentacles, and this is about you moving your life forward. It doesn't have to have anything to do with money. It's just about your sense of resolve to bring yourself happiness and move yourself forward. So if that means out of this relationship and into the next relationship, so be it. If it means, dissolving any kind of business partnership or business situation so that you can move into a healthier, more productive space, it's got to be it. Or even if there's resistance, guys, to what you're coming out of, I'm getting that you understand and you're accepting of what is. And if you're not, you need to be, because you're just really pushing forward, and don't be stubborn about it. The crowning energy of the Two of Pentacles here indicates to me that there are two definitive paths, one that you've been on and a new one, and you're very confused about both. And this tells me that there's fear here. This is fear driven. This is not wanting something to be totally over, even though you know it needs to change. And now for some of you, this can be the willingness to change, the want to change, but the situation or person that you're dealing with is not on the same page as you. So it's this knowing that things need to be different, knowing that you need to move forward, knowing that choices need to be made, but you just not feeling this level of support that you need right now in order to make those changes. Now, this could very well be you being the one who's stubborn, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling very much, this can be, because it's a general reading, guys, cannot possibly resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, honestly, and throw out the rest. Don't try to make it fit. But there's definitely this decision being made. And as your foundation, we have the King of Pentacles reverse. This is somebody who's being really difficult with either resources of any kind, resolutions of any kind, heavy conflict here. It's not like a reverse swords and wands kind of like face-to-face battle, as much as it being like a manipulation. Like, for example, if you're getting divorced or a relationship is breaking up, somebody being very manipulative regarding resources, regarding how things are going to look moving forward, just not being on the same page with you mentally and emotionally, not wanting to just connect in that way. So this could also have to do, obviously, with somebody concerning work. You could be dealing with a really difficult boss, and you just being very conflicted about what to do about your career. But you're dealing with a lot of resistance right now. And like I mentioned before, guys, understand that has to do with what's going on in the sky. The resistance is happening, right? It's that Pluto wanting to transform us. It's that Saturn saying, not yet. I'm figuring out your highest good. It's that Mars kicking into the Virgo energy. And it's Virgo saying, because Virgo's all about perfectionism. I want it to look like this. I want it to be like this. And it's just this all around resistance. And you're coming out of a Six of Wands reverse energy. So this is like disrespectful battle, right? Because when it's upright, it's about he went through the battle, went through the situation, but there was respect had at the end, right? And it's almost like a celebration that we're going to be able to move forward. And having it in the reverse tells me that there was a lack of respect in a situation that you were in, right? And in your near future, we have the Page of Swords. I like the Page energy because it's new, it's young, it's fresh. And the swords are about truth, and it's about ideas and planning, and this is Capricorn. I love this because this is you saying, this is what I need to do. It's all becoming clear to you right now because it's this page, it's this newness. It's not new like Pentacles where it's brand new, but it's, all right, this is my situation. I do need to leave this in the past. This was not meant for me. I need to move beyond, right? And this is exactly what I need to do. And it's you being really honest with yourself. It is. It's you being honest with yourself. Now, we have the Seven of Swords representing you here. So the Seven of Swords is a thievery. It's such a silly word, right? Thievery, but I kind of like using it because it reminds me, it's like such an old word, but it can be, yes, something on the most mundane level being taken from you. So this can be someone being very, very unfair with you in some sort of resolution of something, okay? But this also means to me, because swords are words, somebody can be taking your words, or you can be taking somebody else's words, changing them around and being less than moral with that. Okay, so this could be someone, for example, let's say you just out of a relationship or a marriage or a job, and someone taking the reality of what happened, twisting it around and talking to people about it. And this is deeply affecting you. Or this could be you doing this to someone else, but it's a confusing energy. It's confusing. And this is a confusing time, guys, because we have this Neptune influence, and Neptune is so confusing and weird. So I am getting that a lot of you are kind of in this weird space of just trying to like look at everything really clearly, but you're in this fog. You have the smoky mirror energy. And what's crossing you is the Eight of Pentacles. So again, you're still building. You're still forging ahead. Things are not looking clear, but you guys are Capricorn. You are not laying down and throwing up the flag. You're not doing it. I love this because this is telling me that despite your confusion right now, you're working towards moving yourself forward. Because this is what it is. This is about moving yourself forward and building. The eights are 2 fours. Fours are about foundation. This is about you knowing that you have to move forward in a certain way to bring yourself and manifest the life that you ultimately know you're meant to have. But it's just this massive amount of cleaning up of things that have been going on in your life. Not every element of your life, of course, but at least one profound area. And your fear is the Nine of Wands. So your fear is that you're not going to win. You're not going to be able to bring yourself to that level of fruition, that you're going to, at some point, start missing the past so much that you end up returning to it, because wands are will, and there's this willingness to move forward and go to this level of attainment. But I'm getting that your fear is that you're going to lose the gumption and you're going to lose the gas, right, to get to that next point. Because it's difficult, it's challenging, and you're heartbroken. You just are. You're heartbroken because something in your life that spoke to your heart space that you really, really loved and really enjoyed and really trusted at one point in your life brought hurt to you. But I love this reverse if we have to get it, because in the upright, there's no resolution. Right? And in the reverse, there's resolution. There are feelings shared. And this is very necessary because, guys, heartbreak happens. It can be a third party, but it doesn't have to be. Okay? This is you. This is another person, or it can be the other side of you. And this is an external circumstance. Okay? So most common interpretation is a third party energy. But again, this could be, you, a significant other, and a business that failed. This could be you and a significant other and major issues in your relationship where there are jealousies and there aren't trust. There's not trust there. There are trust issues. There's this third like alien baby, right? That's sort of inflecting your relationship. Now, either between you and someone or you and yourself. Okay. So while this can mean a couple of things though, being in the reverse indicates that there is a clearing up of situations. But now you have to be mindful that what you guys are talking about, or the ideas that are coming to you right now regarding this situation, may not be 100% accurate. Because if swords represents truth, which they do, and it's a reverse, it can indicate someone not being fully honest regarding something. But it could also be you playing games with yourself, right? So, and you want to understand, right? Especially on September 4th and 7th, we have this Neptune and Pisces with Venus and Virgo opposing them. It's disillusionment. So not everything may seem as it is, right? In this ultimate outcome towards the end, where we end this time period with that full moon at 21 degrees Pisces. And what rules Pisces, right, is Neptune. So, for additional though, but you know what? Listen, you're going to be dealing with a person who's or situation that's very, very difficult, that's very greedy. King of Pentacles reverse is greedy. It's a greedy energy. So it can be with resources, or it can be with the ability to just meet you in the middle emotionally, so that something can be hashed out or reasoned out in a logical, responsible way. You're just gonna have this challenge with this. But then you're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles, where you're like, you know what? I'm bringing it to myself. I'm gonna make it happen. This Knight of Pentacles. I'm making it happen. Right? You see, the cat sees the bowl of cereal. The cat sees what it wants here. It's the human's cereal, but the cat knows what it wants to go after. And this is you. This is you identifying the end of this time period. You're really going to start identifying what the reality is. The red flags are all going to be very obvious to you, and there are things you're just not having it, because here we have the King of Cups energy to wrap this outcome up. And I love this because this is about having self-dignity, having self-respect, being not afraid of commitment, not of all kinds, not afraid of really looking at yourself, because there's a very heavy inflection of water here, right? The Cups energy, that's emotions, you being in tune, you being really tapped into your higher consciousness and your intuition. Your intuition is going to be very strong in the middle of September, and that's all thanks to Pisces. Pisces are the most intuitive sign, because Neptune is all about pushing us into that high level of intuition. So Capricorn, I feel like you're definitely going to be, figuring out. I love how the card so aligns with what's happening in the sky for you guys. So this is a really appropriate reading, it's not going to resonate with everyone the same way, because we all ultimately have other things in our chart, right? If Capricorn is your sun, that's only one room in your house of self, right? As I always say. But definitely take what resonates, throw out the rest, but just know as a collective, this is going to be, it's going to be such a mixed couple of weeks, because so many beautiful things, movement's going to be happening, but at the same time, so is resistance in other areas. So just be patient and know that, you know, Saturn is really working hard on you guys to really bring you to such a beautiful place when he's ready. When he's ready. And he's going direct on the 18th in you guys. So we'll talk more about that within the last 2 weeks of September. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. That is what I have for you right now. Oh, and guys, if I didn't say it in the beginning, I am not doing any more personal readings right now. You know, I am a professor. I have a heavy teaching schedule, heavy counseling schedule, and I'm just not going to have the time to take on any more personal readings other than what I'm already booked for. Okay, but I did want to just tell you that. Probably in another few months, I'll open up in a limited capacity. Okay, until next time, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.